The Bible in the Year, Day 116, Psalm 36. For the leader of David, the servant of the Lord, sin directs the heart of the wicked man. His eyes are closed to the fear of God, for he lives with the delusion. His guilt will not be known and hated. Empty and false are the words of his mouth. He has ceased to be wise and do good. On his bed he hatches plots. He sets out on a wicked way. He does not reject evil. Lord, your mercy reaches to heaven, your fidelity to the clouds. Your justice is like the highest mountains, your judgments like the mighty deep. Human being and beast you sustain, Lord. How precious is your mercy, O God! The children of Adam take refuge in the shadow of your wings. The feast of the rich, food of your house. From your delightful stream you give them drink. For with you is the fountain of life, and in your light we see light. Show mercy on those who know you, your just defense to the upright of heart. Do not let the foot of the proud overtake me, nor the hand of the wicked disturb me. There make the evildoers fall. Thrust them down, unable to rise. Psalm 39, for the leader, for Jeduthun, a psalm of David. I said, I will watch my ways, lest I sin with my tongue. I will keep a muzzle on my mouth, mute and silent before the wicked. I refrain from good things, but my sorrow increases. My heart smolders within me. In my sight a fire blazes up, and I break into speech. Lord, let me know my end, the number of my days, that I may learn how frail I am. To be sure, you establish the expanse of my days. Indeed, my life is as nothing before you. Every man is but a breath. Man goes about as a mere phantom. They hurry about, although in vain. He heaps up stores without knowing for whom. And now, Lord, for what do I wait? You are my only hope. From all my sins deliver me. Let me not be the taunt of fools. I am silent and do not open my mouth, because you are the one who did this. Take your plague away from me. I am ravaged by the touch of your hand. You chastise man with rebukes for sin. Like a moth, you consume his treasures. Every man is but a breath. Listen to my prayer, Lord. Hear my cry. Do not be deaf to my weeping, for I am with you like a foreigner, a refugee like my ancestors. Turn your gaze from me that I may smile before I depart to be no more. 2 Samuel 8 and 9. After this, David defeated the Philistines and subdued them, and David took from the Philistines. He also defeated Moab and measured them with a line, making them lie down on the ground. He measured 2 lengths of line for death and a full length for life. Thus the Moabites became subject to David, paying tribute. David then defeated Hadadezer, king of Rehob, king of Zobah, and he went to reestablish his dominion at the river. David captured from him 1,700 horsemen and 20,000 foot soldiers. David hamstrung all the chariot horses, but left 100 for his chariots. The Arameans of Damascus came to help Hadadezer, king of Zobah, but David also defeated 22,000 of them in Aram. David then placed garrisons in the Damascus region of Aram, and the Arameans became David's subjects, paying tribute. The Lord brought David victory in all his undertakings. David took the golden shields that were carried by Hadadezer's attendants and brought them to Jerusalem. These Shishak, king of Egypt, took away when he came to Jerusalem in the days of Rehoboam, son of Solomon. From Tebah and Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, King David removed a very large quantity of bronze. When Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had defeated the entire army of Hadadezer, Toi sent his son Hadoram to wish King David well and to congratulate him on having waged a victorious war against Hadadezer, for Hadadezer had been at war with Toi. Hadoram also brought with him articles of silver, gold, and bronze. These also King David consecrated to the Lord with the silver and gold that he had taken for this purpose from all the nations he had subdued, from Edom, Moab, the Ammonites, the Philistines, and Amalek, the firstborn, and from the spoils of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. On his return, David made a name for himself by defeating 18,000 Edomites in the Valley of Salt. He set up garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's subjects. Thus the Lord brought David victory in all his undertakings. David was king over all Israel. He dispensed justice and right to all his people. Joab, son of Zeruiah, was in command of the army. Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, was chancellor. Zadok, son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, were priests. Sheva was scribe. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was in command of the Cherethites, and the Pelethites, and David's sons were priests. David asked, "Is there any survivor of Saul's house to whom I may show kindness for the sake of Jonathan?" Now there was an official of the house of Saul named Ziba. He was summoned to David, and the king asked him, "Are you Ziba?" He replied, "Your servant." Then the king asked, "Is there any survivor of Saul's house whom I may show God's kindness?" Ziba answered the king, "There is still Jonathan's son, the one whose feet are crippled." The king asked him, "Where is he?" And Ziba answered the king, "He is in the house of Machir, son of Amiel, in Lodebar." So King David sent for him and had him brought from the house of Machir, son of Amiel, from Lodebar. When Meribal, son of Jonathan, son of Saul, came to David, he fell face down in homage. David said, "Meribal," and he answered, "Your servant." "Do not be afraid," David said to him. "I will surely be kind to you for the sake of Jonathan, your father. I will restore to you all the lands of Saul, your grandfather, and you shall eat at my table always." Bowing low, he answered, "What am I, your servant, that you should pay attention to a dead dog like me?" The king then called Ziba, Saul's attendant, and said to him, "All that belonged to Saul and to his entire house I am giving to your lord's son. You and your sons and servants must till the land for him. You shall bring in the produce, which shall be food for your lord's household to eat. But Meribal, your lord's son, shall always eat at my table." Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Ziba answered the king, "Whatever my lord, the king's command his servant, so shall your servant do." And so Meribal ate at David's table, like one of the king's sons. Meribal had a young son whose name was Micah, and all the tenants of Ziba's household worked for Meribal. But Meribal lived in Jerusalem because he always ate at the king's table. He was lame in both feet. 1 Chronicles 18. After this, David defeated the Philistines and subdued them, and he took Gath and its towns away from the Philistines. He also defeated Moab, and the Moabites became David's subjects, paying tribute. David then defeated Hadadezer, king of Zobah, toward Hamath, who was on his way to set up his victory steel at the river Euphrates. David captured from him 1,000 chariots, 7,000 horsemen and 20,000 foot soldiers. David hamstrung all the chariot horses, but left 100 for his chariots. The Arameans of Damascus came to help Hadadezer, king of Zobah, but David also defeated 22,000 of their men in Aram. Then David set up garrisons in the Damascus region of Aram, and the Arameans became David's subjects, paying tribute. Thus the Lord made David victorious in all his campaigns. David took the golden shields that were carried by Hadadezer's attendants and brought them to Jerusalem. David likewise took away from Tibhath and Kun, cities of Hadadezer, large quantities of bronze. Solomon later used it to make the bronze sea and the pillars and the vessels of bronze. When Tou, king of Hamath, heard that David had defeated the entire army of Hadadezer, king of Zobah, he sent his son Hadoram to wish King David well and congratulate him on having waged a victorious war against Hadadezer. For Hadadezer had been at war with Tou. He also brought gold, silver, and bronze articles of every sort. These also King David consecrated to the Lord, along with all the silver and the gold that he had taken from the nations, from Edom, Moab, the Ammonites, the Philistines, and Amalek. Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, also defeated 18,000 Edomites in the Valley of Salt. He set up garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became David's subjects. Thus the Lord brought David victory in all his undertakings. David was king over all Israel. He dispensed justice and right to all his people. Joab, son of Zeruiah, was in command of the army. Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, was chancellor. Zadok, son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, were priests. Sheva was scribe. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was in command of the Cherethites, and the Philistines and David's sons were chief assistants to the king. This is the word of the Lord.